GM, everybody, and welcome back to the trenches. This is episode 4, I believe, right? Dylan, is this 4?
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, this is fourth episode of your daily bread, where we cover a lot of trading, plays, opportunities. Basically, the goal is to help you guys get started with how to trade. We analyze the markets, find opportunity, but also share with you guys the signals to be able to trade them. So since we started, we have gone through a couple of things, and basically, welcome back to the trenches, everybody. The last 24 hours have been
Yeah,
not the last
crazy.
24 hours. I think the last 48 hours have been extremely crazy, Dylan. So how
Yeah.
has it been for you? And also, we're going to look at the trades that we made on the last lives that we went through, and how it
Yes. Yeah.
all went. So go for it.
Yeah. I think the last 24 hours has been crazy. Obviously, with Iran and Israel, no one like really saw that coming. But I was quite bearish. I think this week anyway, because Bitcoin did break that trend that we'll speak about. So I did anticipate a move down for most of the markets, but obviously not like this. This was obviously a flash event. So um, yeah, but I was quite bearish on the day and actually the week. So we did take some sells in the Telegram as well.
Yeah, I mean, for those who were paying attention, it was so. I mean, I would like us to actually go through some of the trades that we made and a couple of how many times we got stopped. But
Yeah.
for those who were consistent with their puts, I mean, with their shorts, it actually worked out because if you
Mm.
remember, what we were saying is that we're chasing the breakdown, the break point of the market where it's going up, but it can't keep on going up. At some point, it needs to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of people took the first shot with us, the short that we did, and then we got stopped maybe 2 times because on the Friday also last week we went short again, and
Yeah.
that got stopped also, and a lot of people just stopped there. They're like, oh, but look, the market is going up. It's like, no,
Mm.
that's the way it works, is that if you're trying to short, especially if you're trying to short the top, you try multiple times until you get the opportunity, right?
Exactly.
Do you
And
have
I
your
mean,
screen? You want to share something?
yeah, sure. That is why risk management is so important because especially if you're trying to short something that's been pumping, let me share the screen quickly. Um, you have to obviously keep a tight stop loss, and I think that's what we were talking about in the last one, right? Um, so yeah, I mean, basically, what I'm looking at now for Bitcoin is I'm actually still looking to take a short. The reason why is sorry about all these things on the side. Let me try to take this off. This is just like the one strategy that I inputted. And yeah, so basically, what I'm looking at now is we obviously broke this massive trend line, right? So this was that 4 hour trend line that I was watching, and we broke that actually on Monday around about like 4 a.m. 12 p.m. Dubai time. So we broke that, and that's when I was actually looking to short this area over here, but eventually didn't actually take that. I took some other shorts and some other coins. But what I'm looking at for now is still, I mean, the market structure is still telling me that it could potentially still come down. So I'm waiting for a potential retest of like this level here, 62,800. And I'd still think that we can come lower here. I think we can tap into these levels here at like 50, 58K. Um, so yeah, I'm looking at more in the short term bearish, but long term bullish. I still think we'll close positive like in this month. But I think for the short term, we're probably going to come down.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it does seem like I made another video also showing the volumes for BTC right now. That I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw that. The volumes on BTC aren't looking really good
Oh,
for
really?
most people to understand. Also, yeah, let me show that one to you.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
share my screen here quick.
Yeah. That's interesting. I look at volume mostly, but sometimes, yeah, this will be interesting.
Yeah. So first of all, these are the shorts that we were taking on BTC, USDT, and if you can look at them on my screen here, isolated short, 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 short. I took so many shorts, and most of them didn't work. And you can see the ROI was either got stopped here, 10% loss, here 4% loss, here 18% loss, right? And then I recovered here with a 42% loss. I went in with a 10x. I caught it at the right point, and I put in a little more money on that position. So
Yeah.
and I only paid $5 in fees, which is the beauty of CoinW. The fees are really, really low. So if you want to trade using this platform that we're using, CoinW, link is in the description. And also the signals for trading are a Telegram for free. Now let's move on to the current BTC outlook.
Yeah.
And also to remind folks out there, last time we say that, hey, just because we short doesn't mean that we're actually saying that the market is not going to pump.
Yeah.
It's short-term trading. We're trading based on the current short-term timeframes to make money. Over the long haul, we believe that crypto is bullish and we're all going to get rich. All right.
Yeah.
So, guys, I want you to look behind this green line here on my screen. I know it might be very difficult to see, but I think it still makes sense. I'll switch to the weekly just to make the point. And look at that, Dylan. You can see that on the
Yeah.
previous pumps, the pumps are highly correlated with
Oh
the
yeah.
volumes below
Volume.
them,
Yeah.
right? Now, look at how thin the volumes are currently. It's
Yeah.
so thin,
Hasn't
right?
been this low.
Even
Yeah.
it's almost like record lows,
Yeah.
not enough interest. So what that means is that, I need you guys to observe this. Like, guys,
Yeah.
check this out. In 2015, this was the record high volume level right here, right? You see the spike on there? That was the highest moment.
Yeah.
Now, 2021, we were here when we were pumping during the pandemic.
Yeah.
The previous bull markets was somewhere here. This has been the consistent level. This level here has been very consistent. But now, our highest volume level to register recently is literally somewhere around here,
Yeah. That's crazy.
even after all the ETF inflows. So, what this means is that the current market, the current pump that we're looking at right here, is not necessarily coming from actual people buying Bitcoin and altcoins. It's basically not enough new liquidity coming in. Money is still locked in the banks because a lot of wealthy managers, they're like, okay, 5% from the bank for free, it's good
Yeah.
money, right? They haven't been pressured to be like, hey, interest rates are so low and then inflation is high, let's find somewhere to put the money. That's when you're going to start seeing the volumes go up. For me, when I see that, it's when I'm really going to go 5x on all my positions. So
Yeah.
even though I have bought a lot of altcoins still because there's elections and a lot of things going on, but I think right now is not the bull market is not in full force just yet.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. But that's crazy with the volumes. Like, yeah, I didn't really notice that on the higher time frames. Like, we're not even near what we were in what, like 2017. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It
That's,
shows you that the current pump is coming literally from just pure trading activity.
yeah.
There's
Exactly.
not new liquidity really coming into the market trying to buy up. There's no Wall Street
Yeah.
and family offices buying Bitcoin right now. Not yet. If you look at gold volumes,
I know gold's been crazy.
gold's been crazy.
Yeah. I'll check it
Okay.
out.
Look, it's
Yeah.
literally a day and night difference. Of course, it's
Yeah.
also not in the 2022 levels just yet, but
Yeah.
this makes sense. It's consolidating really well on the volumes, maintaining the same statue, and then the price is going up. However, just looking at gold pumping this much is a big bullish symbol for Bitcoin as well. What we're
Mhm.
waiting for is just for the market to sort of pump the volumes. So overall, my position right now is that okay, you want to be bullish, but you have to find also be aware that the market is not going to just going to pump all the time. There will be
Yeah.
corrections, and it's a good strategy to trade the corrections as well.
True. That's why, that's what we're doing. On the group, I think it's important. Like what I tell people as well, you have to differentiate like your mindset from a spot trader and a futures trader. So like when you're buying on spot, like today for couple, or yesterday for a couple coins, I actually bought some because but I'm actually shorting at the same time on futures. You know what I mean? So you have to just differentiate, like, tell yourself I'm a spot trader for these certain coins, and I don't really care what the price does. But for futures, you can actually short those coins when they go down. So um, I think it's important to start doing that.
Yeah, I think let's find a better way to actually put that, so in a
Yeah,
way that a lot of people understand. You have to when you're trading futures, you don't care whether the market is going up or down. You're just trying to trade the volatility. If you see that there's potential or the market is already too overbought, you short it. When the market is too oversold, you long it, and then you make money today, tomorrow, or whatever in the shorter time frame.
yeah,
But overall, obviously, when you're buying altcoins and memes, you're looking at the longer term horizons of like, okay, what happens in the next 20 days, months, quarter and stuff like that. So let's find the next trade right now. What does your TA say? What are you looking at? And what is the next position
okay.
we should take?
Yeah, so I'm looking at a few positions actually. So Ton was one of them. I'm actually looking to, I don't know, I can't get rid of this. I want to try to get rid of this, but anyway. Um, yeah, so I'm looking at Ton for potential shorts. So basically, we broke this level here. If we look at the daily time frame first, I really want to get rid of everything. Yeah. I'm not sure why that's there, but anyway, so what I'm looking at is right now for Ton, we can see that we currently at support at around about 5.356, but we took out most of these lows. So what I'm expecting is if we can potentially get a retracement back up to like these highs over here, and then I do think that Ton can come back down a little bit lower. Just because of how the structure is looking, we did break important trend line over here on the 4 hour and the daily time frame. So yeah, I'm expecting a bit of a pullback right now, back up to this level at around about 5.6, and then my stop loss will be just above the 786. Keep it really tight. Um, Risk to reward like 1:4. So this is something I'm looking at now. Um, I'm long on XRP. What I've been doing, because I think what's happening on the 7th with the SEC attempting to appeal XRP's case. So I'm just building up like a long position over the past couple of days. So I've just been buying at these prices because I'm expecting XRP to break out of this 1 month range. So basically, I don't know why I can't get rid of that, but basically this is that range that XRP has been playing in, and yeah, I'm expecting to actually close above this level within this month. So I'm boarding a position for XRP at like these support levels over here because I do think that it's going to pump quite hard. I know a lot of people hate XRP, but I think
I
it's
I hate I hate XRP. I'll be the first one to admit it.
okay. Yeah, so I know a lot of people don't like XRP because it's like the slowest moving coin in the world. But I do think once we break above this level, it could pump really hard. Another
So
coin, yeah,
this is a conditional order, right? In this context.
yes, exactly,
Could you
exactly.
explain? Could you explain to them what that means and how it's executed? Because this is,
Yeah,
for me, most of my best positions are conditional, where I can look at the market in advance,
yes,
decide and what I want to do, and then just let it play out. Mostly,
yeah,
when you're entering the market in a whim, it's when you make a lot of mistakes.
exactly. So I think like I know a few of our traders they actually do a lot of conditional orders, and I do think that basically how it works is, guys, what I would do is I would put like buy limit orders, right? So for XRP, I have like a few limit orders sitting like around about 52. I can't really remember on my exchange, but I've got orders sitting around here just in case price comes down. And basically, what this does is because if you're entering here, you're entering here with the same, on the same position, you know, it's just going to average your cost, right? So if I keep entering lower, 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 this entry at the top will start coming down because we're just averaging the cost throughout all these positions. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I'm not saying that you guys should do this. This is just what I'm doing for XRP. Yeah, but I think it's gonna pump.
Yeah. So I have another coin that I'm carefully observing as well, and that
Yeah,
is Fantom Sonic. After the launch of Sonic,
Yeah.
The guys from Andrew Cronger and also the Ansem have been promoting it a lot, and it's been pumping. But I do know that there's a day coming for it where it's all going to expire and it's going to face down. I don't know, what are your thoughts on the play? I've been stopped like 8 times on this one because I try to short it, but when it goes through, I think it's probably going to be my trade of the year,
No,
possibly if it
I
works
agree.
out.
I agree. I'm positioning short as well, a little bit high up though. Um, Potentially just at this level here, I'm waiting for, because it's been pumping even today. Like the whole market's been
Yeah,
down, and
yeah,
this thing's just been ripping. So yeah, I think what I'm looking at now is, if we can close above this level here, right, above this resistance over here tomorrow on the daily time frame, we have quite a lot of traffic. We have quite a lot of room to pump even
yeah.
more here. So yeah, I want to see what happens tomorrow, but I'm looking at a fat short over here, like a big one. Put stops above these highs over here, and I think it's going to dump because this thing's been pumping too hard. I think
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's so unnatural. I think it's being manipulated to sort
Yeah.
of garner. So they did a rebrand. They changing the brand from Phantom to Sonic or something like that,
Okay.
and then they're pumping it to garner a lot of attention to it. But
Mhm.
it's artificial, so it has to come to an end at some point. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be a good one right there.
Yeah. I
So I have
think so.
some questions also here. I just want to address quick. Jail says, anyone to assist on one-on-one training. My best I can tell you on that one is that if you want to get one-on-one training, join Crypto University, the Alpha Group. So you go to cryptouniversity.network and you go to Alpha Group, and we're professional traders and investors in there. All the sort of the premium information that a lot of people do not know, my trades, my investments, everything I share there. And every week we have several trading sessions together where you can ask questions, we can walk you through things. Is the best community if you want to really succeed in crypto for you to be. So if you're looking for access to me and other experts that can help you on a one-on-one basis, join the Alpha Group. It's very expensive. I'll say it out loud right here. It's very expensive, but it's worth it because it's meant to really help you to succeed. So moving back to today's story. So you wanted to say something, Dylan? Go through it.
Yeah. I mean, for now, for XRP, I mean, sorry, for yeah, XRP. What I'm looking at is just basically, it's also the reason why I'm actually still positioning myself to the upside is because it's been so strong. Also, even in this dump, right? So, and also today we're still respecting this trend. I've got drawn over here. So as long as we stay above here, it still looks good. Obviously, this thing can just nuke at any time. But I just want to see if we can hold this trend over here. Then I'm still going to position myself long, and I'm expecting a breakout. But yeah, that's pretty much the XRP. We took a nice in the group this week. We took a nice long on was it Shiba? Yeah, it was this week.
On Shiba.
Yeah, and then it formed a double top. I didn't actually catch any of this move to the downside. I was waiting for a breakout over here this week, but yeah, it looks like the war is having a massive impact with crypto right now. So it's
Yeah.
quite crazy because if you looked at most coins actually broke their recent support. So they're changing structure a little bit on the lower time frames, but obviously the high time frame was good, like the weekly and the monthly, but the daily and the 4 hour not looking too good.
Yep. So if we have to recap what we covered on today, is that
Mm.
there's a potential long for XRP. What are the numbers?
Yeah, let's go through
Like
it. So
entry?
yeah, so I entered. Let's go back to it. Let's jump back to it. So I entered even today at around about 0.59, and then I've got orders sitting at this level here at 0.56, 0.54, and then 0.5 like 52. So what you want to do for a position like this, guys, you have like a set amount for this trade, and then what you want to do is you want to divide that amount into how many orders that you have. So let's just say you have four separate orders. You want to divide whatever amount you put to this trade by four, and then you'll enter now with 1/4, then 2/4, another 1/4, and then another 1/4, and another 1/4. Okay, so it just what that does is we'll just average your cost to around about here. So instead of you entering around here and we get a dump, it's going to collect all your orders, and then your average cost will only be over here. So yeah, I would suggest dividing a certain amount that you want to put on this trade into 4 different parts, and then layer your orders down. And yeah, that's what I'm
And
doing.
you have to do this in advance, guys. So if you go to
Yeah,
CoinW, you can see here there is an option for conditional order, which allows you to select the trigger price and the price that you're going to enter for that specific coin. Let me just share my screen for that one.
yeah,
So typically, most of you guys are entering positions at market or at limit, but there's another option here called conditional. That's
mm,
what you can use if you want to enter these positions in advance. I mean, there's in Crypto University, in our Web3 Masterclass course, it goes more advanced than this sometimes, where your conditional, if you're using API keys, can be another coin like Bitcoin, depending on the Bitcoin's movement, because it's the leader of the market, right?
yeah,
But there's something that you guys have to practice experimenting. So last week I had 1,500 starting with this account. Now I'm at 1,888, which
yeah,
means that I've made significant amount of gains so far.
yeah,
And then now we're going to trade again and do a lot more. Do a lot more positions and see how that goes. So we also looked at Aptos today. Fantom. We're saying that Fantom, there's potential for it could pump all the way to 80 cents,
yeah,
and then there's a potential of. I mean, there's just a lot of selling pressure at 80 cents. So from there, we could short from 80 up to, we can have multiple TPs there, but this is what the
yeah,
play would look like. So this is something that you also have to do in advance, guys, if you want to catch it, right? You have two options. Either you can be the one to long it all the way to 80 cents if it does make it, or you can just wait, put a conditional order from 80 cents and let it drown. But all these signals will always be in our Telegram group, which is free as long as you have a CoinW account, and it will ask you to verify with your UID of the account, and then you're ready to go. You'll be receiving these signals for free every day.
exactly. And I agree with Gray with that position. That's exactly the same place, 0.8. That's exactly where I'm going to short as well.
Right.
So it's quite interesting that the volume node, that's a value area high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was literally at the same point. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So the next point of control in the volume profile within that range is definitely at 80, around 80
Yeah,
cents. Yeah. Yeah.
no, yeah, I agree with that. I'm definitely going to take that.
All right, guys. So do you guys have any questions? You can type them in while we keep going, and then we can
Yeah,
take things from here.
I'm actually looking at a setup for Aave. Um, so this is I'll show you the setup. It's I just don't know why I can't get rid of all of this stuff. Yeah, it's really weird. So basically looking to long Aave. Pretty much. I mean, it hit the entry. The reason why I was looking at it long here, I didn't actually enter it, but I was kind of just waiting for a retest over here. So basically, I want to see how tomorrow closes, because if the daily candle closes respecting this level here, then I would look to ride this back up to these highs. But if the daily candle actually starts closing back below this support over here, then I'll be looking to enter a short tomorrow back down to this zone. So for now, this is just the idea. We're going to be looking to long Aave potentially tomorrow, or we'll see if we can break support. So yeah, it's currently, I mean, it's quite an easy setup. I mean, it's pretty much just support and resistance. That's pretty much my style anyway, and also a bit of trend lines. But essentially, I want to see if it can hold, right? Because this could just be, I mean, this can still dump here. You can see we can't even take out these highs over here, so they're still looking like a bit of selling pressure. So what I want to see here for Aave is potentially, like a bit of like a triple bottom or something like that, and then we get a push up. So we'll see what happens here. But if we start closing below here, then it's not a valid long trade. Would rather want to be longing back down at these levels. So yeah, I think this would be a good setup. We'll look at that tomorrow. But yeah, I can't really take it now. It just doesn't really make sense. I need to see a little bit more
Yeah.
liquidity to be taken. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So more of this will be shared in the Telegram group. Take your time to explore the opportunities there. We have
Mm,
given a few plays today on this live stream, so you can choose which one you like. If you're an XRP person, you can do the XRP trade. If you're a Phantom person, you can do the FTM play. If you're a Bitcoin person, you could probably do a Bitcoin play. I think you're going to have a choppy market, and then we just have to take advantage of the highs and the lows and be patient about it. Most important thing is because I saw a lot of people when we went short last week. They were
yeah.
going on Twitter that, oh, you guys are short. Look, Bitcoin is going up. I'm like, bro, like that's a very little time to observe it. That's not how it works.
Yeah. Exactly.
Take your time. Take your time. If you're building a position or you're sort of trading, you're doing directional trading,
Yeah.
you get stopped and then you try again. You find another entry. You find another entry until you get it right. So it's not
Mm,
about just doing it once and then you get stopped. You're like, oh, now I was wrong. Now, I can't make money anymore. I lost the trade. It doesn't work like that.
yeah. And I think that that's important because like that's why when we do shorts or like a long trade, we put our stops quite tight, just to like keep our capital safe, right? And we can still enter that trade, like Gray was saying, we can still enter that trade, a little bit later, but our end door would be higher because our stop losses are so tight. So I think yeah, it works if you actually like. It's important, guys, to use stop loss because I know a lot of people. Even when I first started trading, I didn't really care about stop losses because you want to make that massive gain. But yeah, it
Hmm.
doesn't work like that, and I think it's important you learn that now. Stop losses are so important. Yeah, I think. I mean, remember also I'm not too sure with you, Gray. Like when you first started trading, you probably didn't really care about stop loss or you didn't really understand. Why do you put a stop loss there? Or
When I started, for me, it was more of an emotional game, just like any other beginner trader, right? Where
yeah,
I'm starting to trade, and then I would open a position, and then I would start making money, and it would, it's going right, and then I check it out a few hours later. I'm not as high as I was. Let's say I was 30% up, and then now it has gone down. I'm only 5% up. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm
yeah,
losing. Okay, I would just wait until it goes back to my 30% profit again. Then I'll exit. And
yeah, yeah,
then it goes down further. I'm now break even. I'm like, no, now all my profit has disappeared. I'll
yeah,
just wait until it comes back. And then it goes down 10%. Now I'm at 10% loss. And like, oh my gosh, I just gotta wait until it goes back to break even. Then I'll close this trade.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then it goes down more. And then I'm like, oh no, I can't close with these losses. It's too much. I can't lose 30% of my money. I'll wait. And then it goes
yeah.
down. And then you just enter a state of apathy
Mm,
until you get liquidated. Pure
for sure.
emotions. It's exactly how not to trade. It's
Yeah,
you don't do it like that.
yeah. That's
But now I'm used. I'm used to to losing trades. It's like, okay, you open a position,
yeah,
bang, the market moves really quickly, bam, you got stopped. Even though your direction was right, the volatility took you out. Good.
yeah.
Try it again.
Yeah. I mean, there's that's the thing. Like you can have you know, a risk to reward of 1:3, and you can still lose like two trades out of three. So I think it's just important to learn. I think learning that type of stuff in the beginning, understanding it, really understanding and putting effort into understanding it in the beginning is so important. Because I mean, like it's yeah, emotional trading it gets a bit much.
Revenge trading, especially when you lose the trade, it's when you also you're more likely going to lose more because you're trying to revenge trade. It's another
Exactly.
problem.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like Godwin is asking here, saying, "How do you stay consistent with your wins?" So you need
Mm,
to understand your strategy and how your brain works. Also, it's this kind of like your introspection. My win rate is not as high as it used to be because my strategy changed. I used to care so much about my win rate because I was trading with a
Yeah.
different level of capital and stuff like that. Right now, not so much. I care so much about the drawdowns, but also how big my wins are. So I can lose, I can go on a position, maybe get stopped 11 times. But when I catch it, I make a whole lot of money on that position, right?
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
don't have liquidity to afford that, and I also have the emotional capacity to handle that now. Back then, it never used to be like that. So it depends. If you're playing like very low range and very small time frames, you have to make sure that your win rate is so high, because
Mm.
otherwise, I get wiped out.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I think it depends. Like Gray was saying, I think it's so important to just understand what strategy you're using and stick to it. Because I remember, like, also when I first started, I changed between so many different strategies. Because sometimes it's not working, and then you go to something else. But it's important to learn one thing and learn it well.
Yeah,
Because I mean, trading, there's a whole bunch of different strategies that I'm doing support and resist, and people are using ICT, uh, someone's using Elliott waves. Like there's a lot of harmonic patterns. There's a lot of different strategies that you can use. But if you actually focus on one, then you can find your own way how you can trade it.
absolutely. So we gotta go, guys. But to all my people, the meme coin community, I'm coming with another fire live stream that's going to be purely on meme coins on this one. And that's going to be in Telegram. So make sure you join the Telegram right now because memes are on fire. This is a
Yeah,
sell off and a perfect opportunity to find entries. With meme coins, I don't do leverage trading like what we're doing with all these other bigger coins. It's purely spot, but it's all about timing and opportunity and knowing early. It's all about knowing what the ticker is and where it's being listed and where you can probably arbitrage it and all that. So join the Telegram group, especially if you can afford Crypto University. Get a membership; it's going to be worth it. If you cannot afford the membership, you can also just get the Web3 Masterclass course. It's the only course you need for you to actually start generating profit from crypto. You learn everything that we do. You got this one here, the Web3 Masterclass is going to be the best $500 you can spend on yourself. Includes NFTs, crypto, altcoins, Bitcoin, whatever. Everything you need is in there. Otherwise, see you on X. Make sure you're following me and Dylan on X. Are we putting updates on there every day? I am now in full degenerate mode. So if you love meme coins, and NFTs and stupid things that make money, you have to make sure you're paying attention. Do not miss the live streams, and we'll see you guys there. You have anything to share, Dylan, before we go?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Thanks again for having me on, and yeah, I also appreciate everyone that's in the group. It's a very active community on the Telegram. We
Yeah.
chat every day. It's very active. So you guys must come join. It's for free. You don't have to do anything. And we post signals. And you can also share your own charts so we can help you guys get better at trading and all of that. So yeah, I think that's my last words. And thanks again, Jay, for having me on.
Awesome, man. This is, guys, the last bull run
Yeah,
for a lot of normies like us to make money. After this, the big boys are taking over crypto. BlackRock is already holding a significant amount of Bitcoin.
yeah,
Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy owning a significant amount of Bitcoin. Very soon, this industry is over. Right now, you've got meme coins and all this stuff. Be sure that the regulations are going to come, starting to arrest a lot of people trading meme coins or pumped fund founders. There will be a period like that. But
yeah,
before that happens, we have the opportunity. We have 5 months maximum to take advantage and make generational wealth. So lock
yeah,
in, make sure you're paying attention, and yeah, don't be lazy, guys. It's not time to watch Netflix right now. It's not time to watch football. It's not time to go out with your boys for a beer. Like this is time to cook. And
that's
yeah, crypto is the way, guys. So we'll see you on the next live stream. Like, retweet, leave a comment, and chat later, guys.